Hi guys, it's the Makeup Talk. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel again. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. So today I thought I'd share with you guys my favorite dupes for my favorite products. And I know that sounds weird, but I know that makeup can be a very expensive hobby. Gone everywhere from being a VIP Rouge, and you know you gotta spend that money to get there. I've been Ulta Platinum, and you know, this last year in my life I've kind of made a little bit of a transition as far as career, so I wasn't as able to spend money on makeup as I normally am. And because of that, my spending habits had to change. So I kind of had to find product dupes for products that I already love if I couldn't afford them that week, that month, whatever have you, whenever I needed to replenish that supplies. So I'm gonna go over some of my favorite product dupes with you guys. I hope that you enjoy this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you do, so that I can keep making videos like this if you guys enjoy them. And yeah, let's get on to some of my favorite holy grail product dupes. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so first we're gonna start off with one of my holy grail products, the Beauty Blender. That is it right there. So I've loved beauty blenders for a really long time. I find it the best way for me to get the best foundation application, concealer application. However, beauty blenders are $20 a piece. Because of that, I kind of went on this little journey of trying to find other beauty blenders that I love. I tried the Real Technique sponge, and it's kind of a hit and miss for me. I feel like that sponge sometimes is really soft and then other times it's really hard. So beauty blenders can get really expensive, and I found that these two dupes right here work best for me. This is the Morphe Complexion Sponge. I will go ahead and leave the price right here. Can't remember the prices off the top of my head, but I think this is either $8.99 or like 10 bucks. So it's about half the price of the Beauty Blender. I absolutely love this sponge because it has the little cone shape so you can get right underneath, and you can use the flat surface to cover the rest of your face and to carve out your cheekbones. I also love the Pure Cosmetics Complexion Sponge, which comes in a pack of 3 for I think 30 bucks. That's about 10 bucks a piece. Again, half of the price of the Beauty Blender. Absolutely love these two sponges right here. This happens to be one of my favorite dupes. We're going to talk about foundation. One of my all-time favorite foundation, my holy grail foundation, is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I wear shade 7.75, and the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick, which I wear Y415 in. I absolutely love those foundations, but those foundations are about, I think, 40 bucks a piece, and I've got two perfect drugstore dupes for them. The LA Girl Pro Coverage Long Wearing Illuminating Foundation. This is in the shade Soft Honey. This is about $8 to $10 depending on where you find it. LA Girl is now an Ulta Beauty, so it's going to be much easier to get your hands on it now. I absolutely love this foundation. It's what I'm wearing right now. It always gives me a really beautiful, flawless finish. It is very full coverage. I know some people have a problem with the smell because it is a little bit chemically, but I actually don't really mind it, and I do get a long wear out of this foundation. I do have dry skin, so this illuminating foundation kind of works for me. It may not work for you, but they just launched a pro matte foundation that I think might be able to work for you. The second drugstore foundation is the Wet n Wild foundation, Photo Focus foundation. This is in the shade Amber Beige. I absolutely love this foundation. Again, this is about $8 to $10, and it's a bomb foundation, just like my high-end foundation. It has long wearing power. I love the shades, and it gives me beautiful, flawless skin. So these are two foundations I definitely think you should check out if you're looking for some dupes to some of your holy grail products. Tarte Shape Tape has been everywhere, and it is for a very good reason. Tarte Shape Tape is amazing. It was really, really hard to narrow down something that competed with Tarte Shape Tape. Even the Urban Decay All Nighter, as much as I love their foundation, the concealer just isn't my fave. I do have it, but it's not something that I reach for. I definitely reach for this like 10 out of 10. But whenever I'm in need of my drugstore concealer, I do reach for the Maybelline Butter Skin Concealer or LA Girl Pro Concealer. This concealer is a couple of dollars, and so is this one. This one I think happens to be the more expensive of the two. This is usually a couple bucks a tube. Yeah, I absolutely love these two concealers. They're long wearing. They do cover up your deepest, darkest circles, and this actually happens to be a concealer and corrector, so it's really, really beautiful. And they're both, I would consider them both hydrating concealers and not drying underneath the eyes. So check these two concealers out if you're looking for a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. Laura Mercier setting powder was the gold standard for setting powders for a very long time. I definitely fell into it and I bought tubs and tubs of this. But even this in here is not Laura Mercier setting powder. It is actually my dupe powder that I use to set, not so much to set my foundation, but to set my under eyes and to bake my contour. This is actually the RCMA No Color Powder. The one drawback to this product, as you can probably see, is that it is in this compartment here. It's kind of like a little pepper, salt, I don't know, red flake shaker, I guess. It's quite terrible, honestly, for what you need to use it for. So I would just suggest to find one of these old tubs, or find any old tub with a little sifter on it, and you can go ahead and use it. I definitely think that this is a dupe that's almost better. Don't kill me, but it is almost better than the real thing. Not to mention, this is like $12 and this is like a good 40 bucks. So yeah, go ahead and check these out. I absolutely love this setting powder. It gives you no flashback. It lasts a really long time. It has not dried out my underneath my eyes, which is a common concern that I hear with this one. And yeah, you can get this in a lot of different places. The Makeup Shack sells it, Beautylish sells it, Naomi sells it. So the Smashbox Always On liquid lipsticks have been the talk of the town for a while, and it is because the formula is amazing. This is the shade Deep Thoughts. I am wearing it on my lips. It's usually what I'm wearing in my lips if I'm not wearing Dose of Colors Cork. Those two liquid lipsticks formulas are my favorites. However, when you are on a budget, you need to find something that works within your budget. And when those don't work, or I run out of these, I usually reach for these. These are the Wet n Wild Mega Blast Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks. They're absolutely amazing. The formula is nice, and it's not super drying like a lot of liquid lipsticks that you would expect, especially from the drugstore. The color range is beautiful and they are expanding it, and honestly they last a really long time without getting that like cracky like butthole lips, or like just really digging into the lines on your lips. So I absolutely love these, and they're a couple bucks a piece, which definitely is much cheaper than, I think the Smashbox ones are about 20 bucks. And the Dose of Color ones are $18, and these I think fall in about that like $6 to $8 range. So again, I'll list the prices all right here. Moving on to mascara. The Lash Paradise mascara is something that I picked up. If you haven't seen my dupe video on comparing the Lash Paradise mascara and the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, I'll link that down below. But honestly, this mascara is really bomb, and I don't feel the need to spend the extra 10 bucks to buy this. So this one's $10, this one's about $20, $22. It's actually going to be on sale during the 21 days of Ulta Beauty, so I might pick a tube or two up. But honestly, this one is just as good. And something to watch out for with this mascara is if you pile it on too much, it can get flaky. But I'm not a girl that piles on a ton of coats of mascara, so I usually don't have that problem. But the one or two times that I may have done that, it did flake a little bit, so just watch out for that. But definitely worth the money. I think everybody's probably heard me talk about this highlighter. It's my absolute favorite highlighter in the world. This is the Dose of Colors collaboration with Desi and Katie. I absolutely love this highlighter. It is what you'll catch me wearing probably 9 out of 10 times. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love the way it sits on my skin, but it is not what I'm wearing on my skin right now. What I am wearing right now is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. I absolutely love this. It's in the shade Molten Gold, and I know they do have a rose gold one, but gold is just my thing when it comes to highlights, and look at that. Honestly, this gives my Desi X Katy one a run for its money. And this is 10 bucks, and I think that one's about 28-ish. I'm not sure, but this is a bomb highlighter, and we're only going down in price from here. Next from that would be the LA Girl Strobe Light Strobing Powder. This is in the shade 50 Watt. I absolutely love this highlighter. This is on the rosier gold side, but I absolutely love it. It has great payoff, and it gives you that nice and blinding highlight. I would say that this is going to be the most subtle of the highlights that I'm going to show you. It's, again, a couple of bucks, and it's got great payoff. Next, we have the Wet n Wild Boozy Brunch highlighter. I was looking everywhere for this highlighter because no one would stop talking about it all last summer. I'm so glad that I found it. It's absolutely beautiful. I swirl all the colors together. It gives me a beautiful golden color, and I absolutely love the way that it looks on my skin, and it's only a couple of bucks. And I would say this is in the middle of height of blindingness. So I would say most blinding, sort of blinding, least blinding, just in case you like a more subtle highlight. Now, I love Benefit blushes, and I love their little boxes, but I usually don't buy them like that. I usually am like the sucker, and I get the Chicathon palettes anytime that they do come out, which they've come out, I think, the last couple of years they've been out. I absolutely love these palettes. They're definitely worth the money. I mean, you get 2 bronzers and 3 blushes. However, these are kind of expensive. They're not expensive for the actual like amount of product that you're getting. They're just expensive in terms of maybe, you know, 40 bucks or so that you might want to use towards something else. So my 2 recommendations for getting a blush on a budget is the Juvia's Place Saharian palettes. I do have both of them. This is just the one that I reach for the most. It is volume 2, and this shade Yara is my stuff. I honestly wear this shade all the time. It's what I'm wearing right now. I absolutely love the way it looks on my skin. I love the way that it lasts. It has great lasting power. I would compare these to like the MAC Pro Longwear blushes. And next we have a good old trusty palette from Morphe, the N9 or 9N. It's the natural blush palette. I absolutely love this blush palette. This is usually what I take with me when I'm going on a trip because it has all types of blushes. It's pretty compact. It's really slim. So, and it's only, I think this one is like less than 20 bucks for 9 blushes. So you definitely won't get bored or run out of blushes with this one. Now, I don't set my face all the time, but when I do have to set my face, I'm either reaching for my Makeup Forever Pro powder, which this little sucker is quite on the expensive side, and if it's something that I don't use every day, I don't want to be spending a lot of money on it. So I have found that the perfect powder for me, drugstore wise, is the LA Girl Pro Face Powder. This is in the shade Classic Tan. I absolutely love this powder. I think it gives me a beautiful flawless finish. This gives me, yes, a little bit more doll-like finish, but this I would still say is a dupe because they are not overly dry. You can blot with them repeatedly and not, you know, cake up your face, and they give great results. Last but not least, once you put on your face, you want it to stay. But are you really going to go out and buy about a almost $30 all-nighter makeup setting spray if you're on a budget? Probably not. And you can't throw water on your face. That doesn't set your face. So, my dupe for this is not on the most affordable side, but it is more affordable than the Makeup All Nighter setting spray, which is bomb. Honestly, there's a reason why there's only really 2 setting sprays that anybody talks about, or 3 rather, with MAC Fix Plus, but I'm not a big MAC Fix Plus girl. There is a reason why this is always mentioned. It's because it really is that good. It really does make your makeup last and melt your makeup into the skin. But another perfect setting spray for doing that is the Morphe Scrub and Set setting spray. This is $14. It's absolutely beautiful. It does have that aerosol can kind of thing, and it is really nice when you're spraying yourself. The only thing that I feel about this mist is it lands a little bit heavier on the face than the Urban Decay one. And what I mean by that is that you can feel it and you really gotta dry it down, whereas I feel like this dries down almost by itself really quickly. But I will forgive that for the price. Honestly, it does make your makeup stay on. It's beautiful. It has the nice aerosol nozzle so that you don't have to be like, you know, you can just go in one pump and be ready to go. This is the downfall of this particular item, is that you do have the squirt, 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 and it feels a little just, you know, tedious almost when you use this. Alright guys, I've shared all my favorite products with you, and I've shared some really great financial dupes that you can use instead. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know if there's any other dupes of my favorite products that you think I should check out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you again so much for subscribing. We're almost to 200 subscribers, which means that giveaway is coming up really soon. And if you missed my Instagram live, then you missed how big that giveaway pile is. I will see you guys in the next video. I love you. Los quiero mucho. Thank you so much for all of your love and support.